What's up, guys? Zach Dixon from Players Launch here. Episode 8 of Player Feedback. We're going to change it up a little bit today. We're going to be looking at some player feedback and also some YouTube comments on videos that were posted, because I think that's another form of feedback, so I want to get even better with it. So, if you don't know, on Players Lounge, if you go to My Lounge, you can send us highlights, you can play Rocket League, you can play Madden, you can play weekend tournaments, or you can click this right here and send us feedback, valuable feedback about what you think about Players Lounge, what you think we're not doing well, what you think we are doing well, and one question you'd like us to answer. So, anyways, let's dive right in. First up is Arvin XD. Okay, satisfaction with Players Lounge, pretty easy to find games, community's okay, support speed is okay, pretty likely to refer a friend, not anything else though. So Arvin XD, thanks for the feedback, appreciate it. The written stuff is really helpful, but oh well. CO2900, perfect feedback across the board. He says he does not like check-in times, or maybe that's that he wants check-in times to be more concrete. I'm not sure. He likes everything else, and he wants to know, will there ever be tournaments with losers brackets? For fucking certain, CO2900, we're gonna be doing losers brackets. Tournaments on Players Launch have a lot of room for improvement, and we're focusing on that in a major way. So thanks for the question. Next up is FIFA King Adam 10. He says, pretty satisfied, not easy to find games, community's good, support's great, pretty likely to refer a friend. His PLR is about 80, that's why he finds it hard to find games. And he says, I think there should be a way to communicate with players with direct messages. When I'm searching for games on the site, I can only find a select number of players. When I play FIFA 18, I can only find one page of players, but I clearly know there's way more people online playing this game. I also think they should remove people on our suggestions list when they keep rejecting us. For example, I invite Josh to a game, but he rejects my game. He shouldn't appear on my suggestions list anymore, because no matter how many times I will invite him, he will keep rejecting my game invites. I think that is a really good point, FIFA King Adam 10. Such a good fucking point. This entire episode is going to be dedicated to you. Going to give you a shout out on YouTube. That's a really good point. We've talked about changing up the suggested players blocks, but I really like that. He says support responds really quickly when I need help. And he says, why did the World Cup tournament price change for the top 1 and 2 spots? FIFA King Adam 10. The reason we changed up the pricing is because we wanted to flatten it out so that more players would play in the tournament and we would have more players win money. It doesn't really help the community when just 1 or 2 really top players win the tournament every weekend, withdraw that cash, and then people don't really want to play in the weekend tournaments because they know the big dogs are going to win it. So we want all players to play in those weekend tournaments ideally. Next up, Miles Canucks. He says, not satisfied, not easy to find games, community's okay, support is not very good, not very likely to refer a friend. He says, you allow people to deposit money that are under 18 and they can't withdraw it. He likes the ability to earn money from playing games. Doesn't have a question for us to ask. So Miles Canucks, thanks for the feedback. We do not require you to submit an ID when you deposit, but we do require you to submit an ID when you withdraw money or after you deposited a certain amount. If you are under 18, it is illegal for you to play on Players Lounge, and we will refund your deposits and then block you permanently. So please do not play on the site if you're under 18. Next up is Young AK23. Very satisfied, pretty easy to find games, community's good, support's great. We respond pretty quick, very likely to refer a friend. He says, I sometimes hesitate to join the weekend 2K tournament because the first round is randomized, and if I happen to play an 80 or above PLR player and get eliminated, I lose my $1. However, I recently noticed now the top 64 gets prizes. Thanks. Still would be cool to make the first round of tournaments matched against someone near your PLR. That's a good point, Young AK23. The first round is completely randomized, so you could get put up against, a really good player. I'm really glad that you're happy about the prize changes to top 64. We want more players to be excited about playing in these tournaments and winning some money. So love the tournaments and appreciate the team making constant improvements, excellent customer service. Is it possible to make a better way to check your previous games against a previous opponent? You can only see your record against them if I scroll through my history and look under that match. Just curious, what framework do you all use for your UI? I'm a developer and like how the site is user-friendly. Well, I know that Austin and the development team are going to be excited to hear that. What's up, Katie?
Oh, hi.
Thanks for the feedback, Young AK. Appreciate that, bro. That means a lot. We use the Yi framework of PHP. All right, so we're going to do a couple more, and then we're going to do some YouTube comments. So, no name right here. Pretty good feedback. He says, not any option seeing the server you're playing on. That causes high ping if you aren't host. He likes winning. When is an app coming? App's coming in the next few months. For fucking certain. We're doing it. So, thanks for the feedback, bro. Next up is Houston2Nice. Okay marks. Community's not that great. Customer support's really good. Pretty light leader for a friend. He says, I don't like how people ready up for tournaments and don't show up to play for another 30 minutes. He likes the PLR system. No question. Shawnee209, thanks for the feedback. We're definitely trying to improve and make tournaments faster and better. Next up, Houston2Nice. Pretty satisfied. Very easy to find games. Community's okay. Support's great. He says, no, he does not like no site-regulated Madden mode preventing players from running the same plays over and over again. I think 5 simple gentleman's rules can be implemented in a site-regulated game mode. I think this would bring in more Madden players. He liked the admin's commitment to get better. Thank you. We appreciate that. And says, what would be some of the challenges that would prevent gentleman's rules from being implemented as a game mode on the site? Just like there's the option to play draft or ultimate team, there should be an option to agree to play by these rules that essentially make the game more strategic and stop players from running the same plays over and over again. Honestly, there's nothing stopping us from doing that, Houston2Nice. So I really appreciate the feedback. I remember, I think you asking about this Madden Gentleman's Rules. So here's what I'm going to do, Houston2Nice. I'm going to send out a message to all Madden players on site and ask them about what they think of your suggestion about Gentleman's Rules, and see what they say. And I'm going to say that Houston2Nice suggested this and see if it's something that the community wants us to add. And I will let you guys know how it goes. And Houston2Nice, if it works out, then God bless you. Thank you. I'll let you know how it goes. All right, that's it for feedback today. Let's go to the YouTube comments, see what they're saying there. This guy says, blind matchmaking sounds cool, but I think the real issue with people with high PLRs is they're also intimidated playing other high PLRs, and they try to prey on the low levels and get mad when they reject them. What if they just played other high PLRs? LOL. Adele, no truer words have ever been said. Ari, high PLR players. Thanks for the feedback, brother. Great to see your nerd word says, great to see you're adding now blind matchmaking feature to the site separate from what we have. I remember when I suggested this exact thing. I'm excited to see this a part of the site as it grows. Nerd word, thanks, brother. He says nerd word, same, bro. I'm sure this is suggested by many players, especially the high PLRs, and it's great. Hell yeah. Agreed feedback is always listened to. Let's go, fellas. Love this conversation. Thank you. Great vid, man. The site is growing fast. What, yo? Love you, brother. Thank you. Love the feedback. Thank you. Why does it matter if someone has a Smurf account on Fortnite or not? Players Launch has its own rating system. Well, we try to prevent players from changing their gamer tags so they can't use a Smurf account. Yes, we have our own rating system, but you know, it's a good question. I don't have a really articulate answer for you, Shiv, nice guy. But I do appreciate the response and question. Good point. We try to limit accounts Hello, the site is amazing, good job, but in Fortnite can you add a random host picker, as this will reduce the problems between the players fighting on the host? Thank you. That's a good point. There is, says Houston2Nice guy. Yeah, I think it's random who hosts in tournaments. For money matches, I'm not sure. That's a good point. Cool. All right. Some solid feedback for yesterday's. This guy says, this shit don't work, dub ass scammers. What? What? Do you have an issue with preferring a friend? Message this and we'll sort you out. On site to get full support. Okay. Let's see who's up next. Translate, please.
What's up?
Damn, that's... I don't know what language Huzio speaks, but that's my best attempt at English, French, Spanish, and Portuguese, bro. That's all I got for you. Let's see. Is a money game just a game that has a fee to enter, and do I get any bonus balance that can be withdrawn if I win money from a tournament with a fee? Austin, so money matches, yes, are games, are head-to-head games where you pay to enter. Do I get any bonus money that can be withdrawn if I win money from a tournament with a fee? If you win a tournament, you can withdraw that money right away. For sure. Thanks for the question, dude. Okay, last YouTube comment. Great vid, man, the site's running fast. I've played tons of games over 2.5, but no PLR. Hell. Are they 1v1 or 2v2 games? Right now, 2v2 does not affect PLR, but we're going to change that soon. If you're playing lots like 1v1, means I'm not getting a PLR, please message customer support and we will look into it. Thanks for the question. Alright, that's it guys. End of episode 8. Thank you as always, and I will see you
I'm not the same.
on the site.